In this video, I'm going to show you how to process a telephone order for a wholesale customer. We're going to go through a number of steps. It's an existing customer, so we're going to open the customer timeline to see what's happened before. Then we'll create a new sales order, and then fulfill the sales order, which creates a shipment. We'll pack and ship this shipment. We'll then invoice the sale. The customer doesn't have to pay us now, we give them 30 days credit, which means that when they pay later, we'll need to record that payment in Brightpearl. So first of all, the customer phones up and we need to open their timeline. So do a customer search, and this particular customer is Jimmy from A to C Sports. And we can see here there's only one customer on the list. Let's click in to see that contact. This opens up on our timeline where we can see anything that's been happening recently with the customer. So there's an incoming phone call, an accounting transaction, a status update, and on the right hand side we can see that there are no open sales or quotes, but that he does owe us $273.75. I can also see that we're due to call him next week for his monthly check-in. So there's a lot of information here available to you before you create the sales order. When we're happy to create the sale, we'll just click New Sale. Alternatively, you could go to the Sales menu and click New Quote or Invoice, or on the left hand side click the plus icon for New Quote or Invoice. But because we're in the contact record, let's just click New Sale. This creates a new sales order for the contact, and because the contact has been set to use the wholesale price list, the sales order itself is also using the wholesale price. We'll add items just by typing the name or the SKU, and here we're going to buy the Cockatat personal flotation device. Because this particular product has been set up to use the grid mode, the size color matrix, we get a new screen that pops up where we can choose which items we want to add. So let's say he wants 2 canvas medium, 4 glacier medium, and you can see how many we've got on hand in our warehouse, and he'll have 3 of the olive medium. We add those to the order and then close. The wholesale price is being pulled through from our price list, and tax is being added based on the tax code we choose. Because these items are for resale, let's say that they're not taxable. And then save. If we wanted to send a quote to the customer for price confirmation, we'd just click Email or Print, but that's an optional step. What we'll do now is we'll create a shipment so that the warehouse will pack it today and send it directly to the customer. We'll go Fulfill and Ship Later. All items have now been successfully fulfilled, which has created a goods out note or a shipment. Here we can see this shipment with the 3 line items, and they're all due to ship on this particular consignment. If you wanted to, you could create multiple partial shipments for one sales order. From the perspective of the sales operator, that's his work done, because the warehouse will go and pick up all of the goods out notes due to ship at sales, goods out notes due to ship. So later in the day, the warehouse will print, pick, pack and ship this consignment. And let's just do that now. Shipping will automatically mark it as printed, picked and packed as well. So that's now shipped the order. If we go to our recent sales list, we'll see this order for Jimmy has been fully shipped. We might want to wait until the end of the day before we invoice it, or we could invoice it earlier on. That's up to you. We can see it's not yet been invoiced because there's no invoice reference in this column. So let's invoice it now. We'll select the box, choose Invoice, and we do want to send a PDF to the customer. The order has now been marked as invoiced, and we can see the invoice reference here, and the status has been automatically updated to completed. Now let's roll forward a few days when he's actually going to pay the amount due. We can see that it's not yet been paid, which means that Jimmy actually owes us $350.91, and that'll place him on the customer's accounts receivable list. He actually owes us $624.66, so there's a couple of orders outstanding. Click the green icon on the right hand side to allocate payment. Let's say that he's sent us a bank transfer for the entire amount. So we'll choose bank account and we'll choose to pay these both in full. So we've received $624.66 and the bank reference number we just pop in here. If we wanted to, we can send a receipt to him by email by ticking this box, and then allocate the payment. That marks a payment receipt into our bank account and clears off those 2 invoices. We can see the funds if we go Accounting, List Bank Accounts, and our main bank account now shows 64466. So that's a quick overview of processing a telephone order for a wholesale customer and then taking payment later.